Hi everyone, we are going to look at where a function is increasing, decreasing, and constant. So the thing to remember is that functions change direction at turning points. That's why we call them turning points. Good deal. So it might be helpful to think about a little ant on your graph. So at the beginning here, the ant is walking uphill, so it's increasing. In between here is downhill, so we're decreasing. Going back up, so we're increasing. Then flat, so we're constant. That's what's happening here. Now, if you notice, this is going to change whenever I have a minimum or a maximum, right? Okay, so that's why we need to pay attention to where those extrema are. Here's something that's super duper important. Always use parentheses. So you're going to be giving intervals over where the function is increasing, decreasing, and constant. You never use brackets for increasing, decreasing, and constant. Because, like here at -3, at -3 is where I'm going from increasing to decreasing. So I can't include -3 on increasing or decreasing. Does that make sense? Cool. So always use parentheses. Another thing to be sure of is to make sure that your intervals are of x values. So basically, we're talking about what are the y's doing over that x interval? Are my y values increasing or decreasing over that x interval? So let's try this one, just looking at the graph. So at first, my line's going down, right? That means I'm decreasing. So I have that from -infinity until this point right here. And this is at -5. After that, I start going up, so that means it's increasing. Now, since I stopped at -5 decreasing, I'm going to begin at -5 increasing. Until right here at -3. At -3, I begin to go constant, right? So I need to stop back up. Start back up, I mean. And we're constant all the way until right here at -1. Then my graph starts going up again, right? So that means it's increasing. So I want to put another interval that's going to continue to be increasing. So I'm going to put a U for a union to add this next little guy onto there. So I am increasing from -1 until 1. Because I'm right here at 1. Then my graph starts going down again. So that means I'm decreasing. So I have to throw a union on the end of this. Remember, I started decreasing here at 1. And I stopped decreasing. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Nope, that's 4. That's 4. We're going to stop decreasing at x equals 4. Then after that, we start going up again, right? So I'm going to put another union for that increasing. 4 until I stop increasing at 5. And then we have a very flat part right here, so that means it's constant. So I'm going to shove a U to add a new interval after that. And he's starting at 5, going to infinity. All right. Now on this next one, we want to use our graphing calculator to give intervals over where the function is increasing, decreasing, or constant. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to graph that guy in our graphing calculator or on Desmos. Beautiful. So there's that graph. Now remember, we changed directions at our turning points. So I'm going to go through and click on all of these to find all of our turning points. Remember, turning points is an extrema, a maximum or a minimum. Okay, so we can see we're coming down at first, right? So since we're going down, that means that I am decreasing from negative infinity. Oopsies. Until my x value right here. My x value right there is negative 0.232. So I'm decreasing from negative infinity until negative 0.232, my x value. Remember, it always has to be over x values. After decreasing, then I'm going back up for a little while, right? So I'm increasing from negative 2.23. I'm sorry, from negative 0.232 to 0.56. I'm increasing during those x values. So increasing from the first x value was that negative 0.232 until my next x value, 0.56. So that's what that looks like. After that, my graph starts going down again. So I'm decreasing, right? I'm decreasing from that x value of 0.56 to that new x value of 1.922. So I am decreasing, so I have to put a little union on here, from 0.56 until 1.922. Then after 1.922, we're going up again, so we're increasing. So I'll have to put a little union on here. We start increasing again at 0.922, and I increase for the rest of the graph, so that's until infinity. Okay, on that next one, go ahead and give me the intervals of where that function is increasing, decreasing, and constant. All right, so on this last one, I drew kind of a rough sketch of what that graph looked like, or if you want to see it in the graphing calculator. Ooh, we're too zoomed in. Gotta zoom out and out. There we go. So we have a maximum here at negative 128 and a minimum there at 5, negative 80. So we were increasing until negative 1. Between negative 1 and 5, we were decreasing. And then from 5 on, we were increasing. So we were increasing from negative infinity until negative 1, and then from 5 to infinity. And we are decreasing between negative 1 and positive 5. All right, see you guys later.